daytime sleepiness, decreased performance, problems with blood circulation, hypertension, changes in metabolism and hormonal regulation, neurological and psychosomatic disorders, epilepsy, dysregulation of excitation inhibition, depression, anxiety. All this may be the result of sleep disorders. For the diagnosis of sleep disorders, special devices, polysomnographs, are used, which register parameters connected with cardiorespiratory disorders in sleep and activity of central and autonomic nervous system. MEDICOM MTD company offers equipment for a full range polysomnography studies, from systems for apnea screening to systems for professional laboratory use. Studies can be performed both in hospitals, with control and registration of data in the telemetric mode with video monitoring, and at patient's home with unattended registration of data onto integrated memory card. The number and combination of channels for each type of PSG device comply with international standards. All data for each type of PSG device are displayed and analyzed with the unified software Encephalan PSG. Polysomnograph, when working in the telemetric mode, can be supplemented with a kit of synchronized video monitoring. Simple and convenient system for apnea screening APNOX is designed to perform sleep studies at home. It records with 4 channels the parameters required for identification of sleep apnea. All equipment required for the study can be attached onto the patient by their own. The information is recorded onto integrated memory card and at the end of the study can be transmitted to a computer for analysis. Based on signals from pulse oximeter, pressure airflow, integrated accelerometer and movement activity sensors, the device analyzes the oxygen saturation in blood, heart rate, breathing parameters, snoring, and movement activity. On the basis of this data, the software automatically identifies various episodes of sleep apnea and hypopnea, snoring, tachycardia and bradycardia, etc. Using a pneumatic adapter allows you to record the therapy pressure in the CPAP mask and evaluate the effectiveness of CPAP therapy. At the bottom of the screen, there are the recorded signals at a scale of 5 minutes in the screen. Colored boxes on signals are sleep event episodes, apnea, desaturation, and autonomous activations. At the top of the screen, below the body position graph, there is a compressed representation of sleep events, and under them, there are trends of calculated parameters. The periodic oscillations in the example show the presence of periodic Cheyne-Stokes respiration. The application automatically generates a report at the end of the study, which contains the indices of apnea, hypopnea, snoring, desaturation, data on body position during sleep, blood oxygen saturation, and pulse rate. Cardiorespiratory polygraph, VariaCore-T, includes the basic 4-channel patient transceiver recorder ABP4 to register data from thoracic and abdominal respiratory sensors, airflow sensor by temperature, and ACG by one derivation, as well as a wireless module of pulse oximeter to register data on oxygen saturation, airflow pressure, body position, and snoring. Supplement of VariaCore-T with Poly4 module provides registration of data from 3 standard thoracic derivations of ECG and 1 IPG derivation for profound cardiorespiratory analysis, or registration of data from 2 EMG sensors and 2 movement activity sensors to assess the severity of restless legs syndrome. The study may be conducted both in attended and unattended mode with option of synchronized sleep video monitoring. Based on signals and indicators, the software calculates indices of central, obstructive, and mixed apnea, performs profound analysis of cardiac disorders connected to apnea episodes, as well as estimates severity of restless legs syndrome. The software Encephalan PSG, during analysis of study data recorded on the memory card in unattended mode or in process of study carried out in real time, allows you to automatically search for all required sleep events, as well as the classification of apnea episodes by type. The reporting forms contain information about the presence of symptoms and severity of syndrome of central or obstructive sleep apnea, including the indices and verbal interpretation, as well as about severity of tachycardia, bradycardia, arrhythmias, clinically significant causes. Statistical data of these disorders' manifestations are given in the reports in the form of tables and graphs. According to the 3 ECG derivations, the software performs the visual assessment of a dispersion of ST segment with printing informative fragments. Polysomnograph based on electroencephalograph recorder Encephalan EEG R1926 modification mini is a mobile polysomnographic system for unattended studies with an enlarged number of recorded parameters, including 2, 6, or 9 EEG derivations. Studies can also be performed in attended mode with control of a sleep technologist with an option of synchronized video monitoring. CAP EEG electrodes are attached according to the 1020 system. Color marking of electrodes simplifies their application. CAP EEG electrodes are glued to the skin using electrode paste and fixed with a fabric adhesive plaster and collodion. Collodion is applied with a syringe and dried with a hairdryer. EOG and EMG electrodes can be attached the same way. Electrode conductors are additionally fixed with a comfortable elastic protective cap of an appropriate size. There are several sales packages of polysomnographs. Basic variant of PSG device includes a 10-channel patient transceiver recorder ABP10 meant for EEG record by 2 channels and respiratory parameters record, and wireless pulse oximeter module. Optimal and professional variants ensure EEG record by 6 derivations and cardiorespiratory monitoring. Professional variant is supplemented with 3 standard ECG derivations for the advanced analysis and EMG sensors for evaluation of the restless leg syndrome severity. Tablet PC can be used in autonomous studies to control the quality of parameters record. Encephalan PSG software provides automatic detection and analysis of all significant episodes of the main sleep events, such as central and obstructive apnea, hypopnea, snore, desaturation, EEG arousals, sleep spindles, K complexes, and limb movements. Software provides automatic identification of sleep stages as well as hypnogram building, which can be modified by a doctor. Split mode allows analyzing various data of a single study synchronously with sweep speeds. The dynamics of the basic and combined parameters calculated by the recorded signal values is displayed compactly in trend window. After completing study, report is generated. It includes data on sleep stages, sleep efficiency and duration, sleep and stage latency, and EEG arousal statistics. Polysomnograph based on electroencephalograph recorder Encephalan EEG R1926 main modification is characterized by an increased number of EEG channels, 12, 20 or 32, to diagnose sleep-related neurological diseases such as epilepsy. An increased number of channels for the record of ECG, EMG, movement activity, emotional responses, blood pressure, and optional software allow performing multi-parameter sleep monitoring. Multi-channel EEG record can be performed also with adapter cables for the patient transceiver recorder AVP26. Software provides an extended functionality for processing the large number of EEG derivations, which allows identifying sleep stages, built-in hypnograms, and identifying EEG arousals with high accuracy. Automatic search for non-stationarities simplifies search of spike wave and epiactivity. Trends display the density of epiphenomena distribution. Quantitative methods of EEG analysis include spectral and amplitude topographic mapping, coherence function, autocorrelation function, cross-spectrum, and others. Kits of video equipment provide video records synchronized with EEG data for an objective monitoring of patient movement activity and differential diagnosis of epilepsy. So, you've been introduced to the polysomnography equipment produced by MEDICOM MTD, which effectively provides a wide range of sleep and epilepsy studies.